Well then, madam, what seems to be the problem?
Oh, I've been really stupid. I've gone and locked my keys in the car.
Oh, don't worry, we'll have them out in a jiff. Oh, I've got everything in my trusty toolbox. Let's have a look. Here we are. There we are, madam. Nice to be of service.
Thanks very much.
Just as I thought, you failed. You're way over the top. How can you expect to drive a car like this? Come on, out you get some. Looks like I'll have to drive again.
I'm strangely drawn to this gentleman who's just walked from the shop. Hello, sir. How may I help you?
I'd like some running shoes, please.
Ah, Pisces.
Sorry?
You are Pisces, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I thought so. The athletic prowess with preference for solitary activity, the competitive aspiration with body consciousness bordering on the hypochondria. All well-known Piscean traits, those.
Really?
You'll be wanting the white ones with the blue stripes.
That's right. Yes, I'd also like
Some sweatbands. Very fastidious, you Pisceans. And you'll be wanting this lovely yellow tracksuit, the one which has the simplicity and elegance that is the hallmark of your star sign.
That is amazing.
It's uncanny, isn't it?
Then you'll also know that I would like all the money out of the till.
Oh, no, that's Virgo. Yes, Virgo. Armed robbery with tendency towards violence. Virgo.
Look, I don't care about any of this. I just want the money out of the till. I've got the gun, look.
Oh, well, you may have the gun, sir, but it's not loaded, is it?
Isn't it?
No, terribly forgetful Pisceans and hopeless with anything painful. Told you. Now, if you were like me and an Aquarius, you'd be prepared for anyone.
I would?
You would. It's funny, isn't it? I always thought it was Capricorns that screamed when they fell down a hole.
Private or NHS?
Sorry.
Are you private or National Health?
Oh, private.
Ah, private! In that case, come in, take a seat. No, have mine.
No,
No, okay, right. Okay, take a seat. Right then, Mr.
Nicole.
Mr. Nichols, right. To get the consultation off on the proper footing, to prove to you that I'm a doctor, this is my white coat, these are my diplomas, and this is my terrible handwriting. Now then, what proof have you got that you can afford me?
Oh, well, will you take a cheque?
Yes, but I won't be able to make a diagnosis till it clears.
Cash then.
Oh, cash. Oh, very healthy, yes. Should we just say £10 to start with? Now then, what seems to be the trouble?
Well, I was wondering if you could give me a quick examination.
Certainly. What subject?
I was meaning my body.
Sorry? Oh, your body! Yes, of course. Well, just unbutton your shirt, sir, and I'll help myself. Now then, do you want the warm stethoscope or the cold one?
What's the difference?
£10.
I'll have the warm one.
The warm one it is, right. Just like to settle back, relax. There we go. Wide, and breathe in, and out. Breathe in, and out. Breathe in. Now. Sorry. Just button your shirt up and we'll test your hearing, shall we? Right, repeat after me. Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Have another fiver.
Have another fiver.
Mind if I do? Now then, just test your reflexes. What's that?
What is it?
It's my bank balance.
Good grief!
Excellent reflexes, right. If you'd like to read the words on the notice board there.
I owe you 50 quid.
Do you really? Well, I've examined you, Mr. Nichols. I'm afraid I've got some terrible news. You're dead.
Wait a minute, there must be some mistake.
No mistake, you're definitely a stiff.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. I have been wrong in the past. In fact, you're looking quite healthy, aren't you? Yes, a nice rosy glow to your cheeks is coming back. Yes, you're not deceased. No, not at all. In fact, you're in perfect health.
Oh, what a relief. Oh, thank you very much, Doctor.
Not at all, Mr. Nichols. That's what I'm paid for. wash me white shirt for me?
Oh, can't you wear the blue one?
No, I want to wear me white one.
Oh, dear. Well, you'll just have to wash it yourself, won't you? I'm going out.
Oh, but Mum!
Bye.
Anyway, I'll wash it myself then. Where's the washing machine? Oh, here it is. Get in there. Right, soap pad. Right. Oh, Mum! Yeah, I don't need my mum to wash my shirts. Do it myself. Yeah. Right.
Ever since our childhood, we sang in harmony. In fact, we have been called the Scottish Brothers Everleigh. In Hawthorne or in East Bank or in Leith, we are no strangers. We can even please the fans of both Celtic and Rangers. We're not like the pop stars you've come to expect. You'll go see the Gasway in national respect. But thanks to our music, we both found a niche, a cross between Lulu and Kenny Dalglish. And it's Hoots, Mon, and Jimmy, help me fix me Spurn. Our accent's so strong, you think we were foreign. But when you find our Scottish ranting becomes a bore, the cry goes out from the farthest shore. Proclaimers, please, no more.
Hello, dearest darling lovies. Welcome once again to another edition of Dilemmas with Auntie Claire. There's no problem too small and no problem too big. Mind you, I prefer a big one, but wouldn't we all, lovey? Wouldn't we all? Well, I must apologise straight away for this huge hangover I've got. Yes, it's not my fault, but the producers promised me a larger chair next week. Now, what about the letters, lovey? Well, I've got piles. Ooh. I've got some letters here. The first letter, lovey, it's from a man from Surrey who wants to know how soon he can make love to his wife after she's had a baby. Well, of course, that all depends whether she's in a private or a public ward, doesn't it, lovey? Doesn't it, lovey? Here's another one from a man whose wife wants to make love in the open. Well, of course, there's nothing wrong with that, lovey, as long as it doesn't put the other golfers off. Here's one from a young girl, 14-year-old Jennifer. She writes, "Dear Claire, I so desperately want to look like Madonna. The trouble is I'm short, bow-legged, and I've got curly black hair. Well, if I were you, lovey, I'd forget about Madonna and try copying Maradona." Now, here's one from frustrated of Farnborough. She writes, "All my husband does in bed these days is sleep. I'd do anything to get him out of his pyjamas. Do you think a sexy negligee would work?" Well, I do, lovey, if you could get him to wear one. And here's a strange one. It's from a lady in Kent. She says that the kinky couple next door have invited her to thrash them with birch twigs whilst they're in bed. Well, as I always say, if you can't join them, lovey, beat them. Thank you, lovey. That's all until next week on Dilemmas with Auntie Claire. Good night.
around her. Do a top button up. Tighten her clothes. Quickly, man. Move the body. Move the body.
Let me through. I'm a trained air steward. Come on, you're doing this all wrong. You should be loosening her clothing. And you shouldn't gather around her like this. She won't be able to breathe. And on no account must you move the body.
Are you mad? That's Edwina Curry.
Is it? In that case, look, grab my tie, tie it around her throat, and we'll drag her over there.
Hello, George.
Oh, Zippy, you made me jump.
Oh, sorry, George, sorry. What are you doing, George?
I'm reading my nursery rhyme book.
Oh, I like nursery rhymes, George. Give me one.
Pardon?
Oh, a nursery rhyme, George, a nursery rhyme.
All right, I'll read my favourites out to you. Here's a nice one. Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah, that must have been a surprise to the midwife.
Zippy!
My version's better, George. Mary had a little lamb. She tied it to a pylon. 10,000 volts shot up his bum and turned his wool to nylon. Zippy!
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon.
It must have been taking those anabolic steroids, George.
Zippy!
Do Tommy Tucker.
No, I'm not doing. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Said anyone fancy an omelette then?
Here's a nice one. Georgie Porgy, pudding and pie. Kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play.
He kissed them too. He's funny that way. Do Tommy Tucker, George.
No, I'm not going to do Tommy. Here's a sad one, Zippy. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and she doesn't know where to find them.
I wonder if she's tried the kebab house in the High Street, George.
The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men.
And his case comes up next Thursday. Look, do something that I like, George.
All right, then let me see him. Oh, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over a candlestick. Silly boy, he should have jumped higher.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Zippy!
I'm not doing any more now. I don't want to read anymore. You're being rude.
Oh, go on, George.
No. Oh, hello, Bungle. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Bungle. Yeah. What are you reading, Bungle?
It's my new book of nursery rhymes. Oh, what's it called, Bungle? Satanic Verses.
And don't come back until you can play.
It was nearly 2 years ago when I first became aware of an entire civilization living below the streets of the city. And even though the entrance to this world is a tunnel that's 35 foot wide in the middle of Central Park that's lit up like a Christmas tree, it still remains my own little secret. It is there in the labyrinth, hundreds of feet below ground, that I meet my protector, Vincent. Half man, half beast, half cut. Vincent! Vincent, where are you?
I'm here, my darling. Oh, Jennifer, my one true love.
It's Catherine.
Is it? Oh, I'm sorry, it's dark down here.
Vincent, why are you whispering?
It's my throat.
A little raw?
It's funny, that, isn't it?
No, I thought you were a little horse.
No, it's just a trick of the light, Catherine. I'm more lion than horse.
Vincent, my love, it must be awful being half animal.
Oh, I don't know. It does have its good points. I get carried up escalators.
Loneliness. How do you cope with that?
Oh, it is lonely, Catherine. Sometimes I don't see a soul for years at a time. Oh, stand back. Now, what was I saying?
About the loneliness.
Oh, yes. The loneliness. The never-ending solitude. Smile, Catherine. The solitude is the price I pay for keeping this world of mine a secret. That is how best I can serve you with your work in the Justice Department. Tell me, Catherine, how did you come to such a job?
Well, after I got my master's degree in Los Angeles, I became the personal assistant to the district attorney, but the pay was lousy.
I see. So after you got your MA in LA, you became PA to the DA and ended up with FA.
That's when I came to New York and met you. Shortly after that, people started calling us Beauty and the Beast.
I can't understand why, Catherine. I don't think you're that ugly.
How desolate you must feel. How do you fill your days?
Well, I practice my snooker commentary, and I do a bit of acting, you know. This year we're doing a pantomime, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh, and which part are you playing?
Now then, Catherine, are you going to be staying for lunch?
I don't know, why not?
Well, I just want to know whether I should defrost a whole zebra or make do with just a leg.
Vincent, my darling, let me take you away from all this. Why not join me in my world?
I cannot, Catherine. I don't have your courage and, well, you know my looks frighten people. That reminds me. Stand back. It's not a bad job. $50 a week, and they only come through twice a day.
Vincent, there's something I must tell you. If you won't live in my world, then I have to end our relationship. I have to admit there is someone else in my life.
Catherine, I knew this would happen, Catherine. You're leaving me because I'm half man and half animal.
That's not true.
Is it because I'm not house-trained?
No. In fact, the other person in my life is also half man, half animal.
It's not Buffalo Bill. Really the kid? It couldn't be Michael Fish.
Here he comes now.
Half man, half animal.
Have a landing.
Haven't you heard of Eddie the Eagle?
Oh, can you measure it?
Good morning, Vietnam! Okay, this is yours truly, Adrian Crona, broadcasting on behalf of the American Armed Forces Network. Wakey, wakey, all you guys and GIs. It's 0600. What's your stand for? Oh my God, it's early! Get those scribble bags off the beds. Fold up your lusty Linda inflatable dolls and wrap up warm. It's 10 below zero this morning. It's so cold, flashes are walking out to people and describing themselves. So what's on today's show? Well, we're going to be talking to the army chaplain who bites his fingernails. He'll be telling us why he's trying to give himself up for Lent. We'll also be talking to the Marine who is so tough he shaves his teeth. Yesterday, he single-handedly captured 8 Italian tourists who surrendered when his jeep backfired. Now, tell us about the music, Adrian. Tell us about the music. Yes, of course, Elvis. We are going to be playing Dean Martin's latest record, Little Wines Like Me. But unfortunately, we can't play the record because it keeps falling off the table. Whoops, there it goes again. We'll also be announcing the winner of last week's competition question. If you remember, last week I asked you what's black and white and got 3 eyes. Of course, the answer was, of course, it was Sammy Davis Jr. and his wife. Good old Sammy. He just might being a member of the Jewish mafia, Kosher Nostra. So, before we spin the first disc, here's a news item. A recent survey back home says 85% of women like making love to a fat guy. Lucky fat guy. So this is the enormously overweight Adrian Crona saying, get down, get funky. Here's a sound coming your way.
His chances that one. I've seen him with the girl. He was after you. Here, hold on a minute, will you? Let's catch me breath. Yeah, you can't hang around there. These streets ain't safe for a girl by herself lately. What are you worried about? Well, thinks I'm going to bump into you, eh? Oh, come on, Vic. Jack and he goes after bad girl. Well, all right then. I'll see you later. But don't do anything I wouldn't do, will you? Darling, there isn't anything you wouldn't do, eh? Taking care.
you must have done. When it comes to rapping, I'm the number one. Gonna make you quiver and you wanna shout. I'm the guy all London's talking about. Well, I guess you know just why I'm here. Gonna make you tremble and I'll make you fear. See, I slay him here and I slay him there with a dance that makes even Fred stare. I'm Jack. Jack the Rapper. Jack the Rapper. I'm one mean dude and a real foot tapper. I'm Jack. He's Jack. And so it's said, when you dance with me, you get left for dead. Get down.
Well, I heard of you, and it ain't a lie. When it comes to rap, you're the only guy. But you cut a throat when you cut a rug, so I'm getting out, cause I ain't a man. You're Jack. Jack the Rapper. And I'm gonna run just like the class from Jack. He's Jack. And I'll bird and stage that dance with you leaves a girl prostrate.
Well, I'm Sherlock H. out of Baker Street, and I'm getting down to the hip-hop beat. I'm after Jack, because it is a sin that he dances good, but he will cut in.
He's Jack, Jack the Rapper. Disco dancing finger snapper, he's Jack.
That's me.
You're all a while. Sherlock, baby, is on your trail. Hip hop.
Well, I guess you know that you had your chips and you can't escape from the swinging hits. Gonna party down, gonna booty hot, cause you got yourself in an awful spot.
Better give up, Jack. Put you in my sight. You're going to pay for it. Maybe with your life. Since you can't get out, better get on down. Better raise your hands. Better hit the ground.
Raise your hands, better hit the ground.
I'm Jack.
Jack the Rapper.
That's right. Don't fight me, cause I'm a scrap.
Hey, Jack.
He's Jack.
What's the score? My feet just won't stay still no more.
He's Jack.
I'm Jack.
Jack the Rapper. Chasing a girl with a hook to track. That's Jack. He's Jack and he's bound to win, cause the music's beat gets under your skin.